Welcome back, everybody, to more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. So last time we destroyed all the missions on Zerus, and then I had just enough time to wipe out the first mission here on Char. And today we're going to be going into the rest of the missions on Char.
We must move the swarm through the boat trench. The Terrans will bring everything they have against us.
Alright. Oh, I need to put out my streaming announcement. I forgot to do that here. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. So we noticed that we're not really going to earn any new units. This is basically just going to be a mission where we can earn 3 extra Kerrigan levels. It might not sound like much, but every level actually helps quite a bit.
The bone trench. This is the only approach to the Terran fortress.
That's true.
I tried to bring my team through here once before. The Terrans brought their Gorgon battle cruisers from the skies. They strafed us over and over. My brood bled and died, along with any hope of pushing the Terrans from far.
That is because you, my dear, did not figure out how to be clever.
Those are scourge nests. They can bring down a Gorgon. We just need to reawaken them.
But Kerrigan is going to show you how to be clever.
We should simply race through the trench, not waste time fighting Gorgons. If we surprise the Terrans, we can make it through with acceptable losses.
And if we don't, the swarm dies. We need to learn vision, Zagara. Planning.
Now we're not my friend? What do you mean?
Spawn a tumor near the scourge nest. Once it's awake, Warfield's Gorgon is done.
What do you mean by that one, Glory? Okay, so part of the reason why I took Twin Drone earlier was because I knew I was going to need it for this mission.
General Warfield has called in a Gorgon. It is headed for our hive cluster.
Alright, we want to try and mutate a layer as fast as possible.
No wonder Warfield can't deploy 2 of them into the trench at once.
He only needs one.
Read my post again. Oh!
Those scourge nests so we can place a creep tumor by them.
Did I put a typo in that post in Discord? I am so sorry.
I hope it is enough to destroy the Gorgon.
That just figures.
Essence within Zerg biomass, non-case forces. Recover, re-empower Queen of Blades.
There we go. Let's go ahead and get a Roach Warren, because we're actually going to need a Roach Warren for this level. I definitely want a Hydralisk Den, because I'm going to need some stay and fight muscle. Get them harvesting Vespene as fast as possible. I'm not streaming oh my god. God damn it. That just figures. I need to adjust that. There we go. That's lovely. That's like the greatest fail I'll ever have. Alright, get these two. Get some Evo chambers. So basically the way this mission is going to work is you are going to... Actually, that's a bad place for that evolution chamber to be. You are going to get attacked by Gorgon battlecruisers, And you only actually have so much time before those battle cruisers basically find their way here and strafe you to death. And those battle cruisers are invincible to conventional Zerg weapons. For some reason. I don't know. They just are, alright? I don't know why. But you can use these Scourge Nests to be able to wipe them out. Okay.
Koprulu approaches our hive cluster.
Yes, I know. I also don't care. I'm going to go ahead and make an infestation pit, I guess. There's not really too much reason to make an infestation pit. Go ahead and build a couple of those. Screw it, I'll build a third hatchery. And then I'm going to build a couple of spore crawlers. There we go. And this is what happens when you deal with a Gorgon battlecruiser using a Scourge Nest.
We have a creep tumor by the first Scourge Nest. Our forces should avoid the Gorgon. Only a Scourge Nest can destroy it.
I'm aware of that. That's why I did this.
Awaken. Annihilate that Gorgon. This is the beginning of the end, Warfield.
The Scourge Nest spent its entire life force to take out the Gorgon.
We have more.
I don't care.
Tumor by the next one. Move.
You're not really supposed to have air power because they intend you to do this mission before you do another one. Or before you did, excuse me. Brain not want to work with what needs to come out of mouth.
He's under attack. Your queen listens.
Okay. Yep. Got my spires. I don't think I'm going to need mutalisks for this one. I just built these spore crawlers so that I would be able to protect my mineral line if the enemy got into it. Yeah, my Zerglings were pretty effed up. There we go. Gonna drop a few more creep tumors. Alright, now the reason I dropped so many creep tumors is because I want to make sure that I can spread creep like wildfire to where it needs to go.
It is time.
Now watch how fast the creep actually starts spreading when all four of those tumors hit. Okay, I thought there was an entrance to my base from down there. I am going to plant a few spine crawlers down here with a couple of spore crawlers just in case. And then I'm going to make a wall of spine crawlers here with a couple of holes in them so that my units have room to move. And then I'm going to drop some spore crawlers behind that line. There we go. And this isn't that much of an attack force, but it should be enough to deal with these guys. Fuck you.
Gorgon's almost to the hive cluster. We need another Scourge Nest.
Yes, we do, and I have what I need right here for it. Nope.
2 down. There's more coming. Spread the creep.
Bring in a Gorgon. Crush Kerrigan.
Mutation complete. Mutation complete. We require more minerals.
Okay, I'm going to need to gather enough resources to be able to do that again.
This war is mine. The swarm. No time like the present. Speak.
So Warfield has a bizarre number of orbital commands scattered around here. Can you wipe out that siege tank? Thank you. He's also got a scattered amount of Terran buildings for some reason. Yeah, I can read your messages. I'm sorry. Welcome, Madeline.
No time like the present.
I have to look at a separate screen to mess with my chat. I apologize.
We adapt.
Control. And welcome to the stream, though. How you doing today? It's going pretty good so far. All right, let's take a quick look over at the base. Oh, shit. Supply blocked again. There we go. That fixed my supply block issue.
We require more minerals.
There.
What is it this
That should give me enough stay and fight muscle to handle most problems. Gather those minerals. Blow that up largely, I guess, because I can. So far, I've been streaming daily for about 2 to 4 hours, depending on how much time I have. So the answer to that is I try my best to stream daily. I might miss a day every so often, but that's not really the goal.
I may want to keep you in the front lines to spawn creep tumors.
The goal is always to stream as daily as possible.
Gorgon is almost to the hive cluster. We need another scourge nest.
Oh, oh.
Unacceptable command. A creep tumor is under attack.
There we go.
I am
The power of wild mutation. So the way I balance streaming is I try to stream as much as possible, but I always try to make sure that I prioritize my own well-being and chores and my job first. Because right now I don't make any money from doing this. It's just a hobby that I enjoy. I would like to start making money from it, but that may not be feasible for the time being. So I don't treat it like I'm going to make money from it anytime in the near future. That's kind of how I balance the way I stream. I like to think that's the smart way to do it. And I'm trying to keep every stream that I do casual for right now, until such time as I actually really develop a good, big following. At that point, I'll probably have more obligations than I'll know what to do with. But I'll be able to, back up streaming from that point with more time and devote a little bit less time to work if I actually start making pretty good money out of it.
Our conquest continues. This world is
Oh, that siege tank is so screwed. Yeah. I knew that siege tank was dead from moment one. I could go all the way back over there. There's no reason to. Gotta love those corpser roaches. Oh, damn! The power of an instant Thor nuke. That was beautiful. That's kind of the goal, Madeline. I just try to do what I can. Welcome, dissident. Welcome to the madhouse. Just destroy this entire freaking base. Alright, need to get this creep tumor up here. I guess I can start moving these two back that way. I don't really feel like that's going to matter by the time I actually start. There we go. Oh, that was the problem it was having. It wasn't ready to release the next tumor. Yeah, look how fat, like, this is like lightning fast creep spread right here, and it's because there's so many tumors to spread it. And this is kind of where the game tests your ability to do creep spread. Unfortunately, there's never another mission where it actually tests you to do creep spread. So it's almost pointless. We'll have Kerrigan grab that. Yeah, that Thor, yeah, that, that Thor. Somehow I knew that Thor was going to do that. Oh, hi. That's an enemy attack wave that I missed. No, I think I'm just going to dump a bunch of minerals into Zerglings. There we go. Because I know what's coming. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be able to do much to those. Oh, wow. Actually, they did a lot more damage than I thought they did. God damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a couple of structures to that Gorgon here.
Gorgon is almost to the hive cluster. We need another scourge nest.
That is true. I might be able to do that. I'll have a proper logo in time. I'm just trying to get. I'm looking to get paid, and then I've got somebody I'm gonna pay to give me one.
Leave this planet to me, Warfield.
I've had them lined up since before I started streaming.
Kerrigan.
General Warfield called in another Gorgon, my queen.
Well, let him call in his freaking Gorgons, okay? Maybe he likes Gorgons, Zagara. Did you not think about this? So, some people just like Gorgon battlecruisers, okay? 2, 3, 4. And I'll drop another one over there. Move the queens back over here. Point, 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 point. Ah! How dare you! Murdering that defenseless queen. I say as though that queen is actually defenseless. That would depend very largely on what the idea is. Aha, there's the last of those bonus objectives. Give me that level. I don't need to worry about my army at this point.
Gorgon is almost to the hive cluster. We need another scourge nest.
Not anymore, it's not.
Another Gorgon! You'll pay for this, Kerrigan. Get another
I'm
Gorgon.
sure I won't.
Our conquest continues. No time like the present.
Ooh,
Make
that was brutal. I almost feel bad for that medevac. There we go. There goes another Gorgon.
Get a strike team to that Scourge nest before the Zerg activate it.
You can get a strike team over there, but it's not going to help.
awaken more scourge nests.
I claim that this
No, it's really not going to help.
I'm not gonna lose it.
You already lost it.
This is your last Gorgon, isn't it?
You've already lost it, Warfield. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's actually a pretty interesting idea. I had actually been considering something similar. It's a little stupid how easy it is to build up a Zerg death ball and then all of a sudden you don't have to worry about anything in the universe. It just, the creep spreads so fast when you do this. It's so stupid. I've got all the objectives completed. How fast was that? Damn, I got this mission in like 15 minutes.
Pull back! Repeat! All Dominion forces in the trench! Retreat! We've lost control! Kerrigan, this is Warfield. I know you can hear me. I have a message for you. Bring everything you have. Bring your whole swarm. I don't want to hunt down stragglers after we wipe you out.
I'll send you to Domus Plateau, old man.
I love General Warfield's just can-do gusto attitude. Like, this man just does not give a shit. And I love that so much.
My queen, I have been contacted by Teresa, a brood mother. She has heard of your accomplishments and wishes to return her brood to the swarm. Her brood is small in number, but it has strong leviathans.
Khaleesi, hear me. Take your brood there and destroy it. Do that, and you will earn your place within the swarm.
It shall be as you say.
So, you might not realize it immediately because it was one of the most offhanded comments that can be made during an evolution mission. But in the Hydralisk evolution mission, we actually had Broodmother Khaleesi be the one to recover the essence. So the one that just gave us an assist is the one to ask to join us.
Your strategy against the Terrans was strange, but I understand it now.
Abathur's changes are bearing fruit. Do you remember what I told you on the battlefield?
Vision. Is this like cunning?
No,
Viciousness.
Abathur, go to him.
His work is painful.
His work will make you understand vision.
I will go.
I do have a Discord, yes. I do not have a Discord channel yet, or server yet for stuff like that. So that's a little bit about the Hako.
Warfield's lying to know what he's planning for me. He has no idea what he's up against.
It is a good sign that some of your brood mothers are returning to the fold.
I wonder why they are willing to give up their independence.
Perhaps not all of them wish to rule the swarm.
And perhaps they know they're safe in numbers.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard something.
The powerful essence of the primal pack leaders has awakened a new column and many abilities. As new tiers of abilities...
That's like the 4th time she said that. I don't think the game is keeping up with what it needs to be.
Did I ever give you humans to experiment on?
Yes, very bad. Primitive structures, minimal biological adaptability,
I was born a Terran.
rare Terran individuals.
I do not just hand out my Discord name willy-nilly. I might, but that would take some convincing. I have my own ideas for how I want to try and expand this, but I do appreciate your willingness to help.
To rule Char once again, we must destroy the Terran fortress. They will fight with everything they have. We need only your command, my queen.
Alright, now we're going to pick up the Aberration. And this is the last mission we'll be playing on planet Char.
We've reached the Terran forces. They're dug in and ready for us. There's no room for subtlety here. And overwhelm them.
Prepare for nuclear launch. I want the only thing left of these bugs to be glowing corpses.
General Warfield is activating his nuclear arsenal.
How do you know that?
We have to move fast. Zagara, you set up a hive cluster while I take this wave and do as much damage as I can.
Alright, so I actually really don't like this fight with Warfield. Giant Grant Games has made a number of StarCraft 2 videos that kind of talk about what exactly is wrong with it. What I find most wrong about this particular encounter is that General Warfield is being overpowered by Banelings and by Zerglings. This guy is not really seeing a whole lot of dignity. He's made to basically get attacked by a lot of the most basic bitch units the Zerg can offer, and somehow he's just getting trashed. That feels really bad considering he's supposed to be an extremely veteran military general that has a lot of capabilities in the Terran military. It doesn't make sense. I wiped out that entire base in 45 seconds.
What's up to you, my queen? May they be useful in your attack.
Drop whatever you want, bro. You're all gonna die. Oh my god. This is horrible. This is what happens when the Terrans meet with more Zerg than they can really deal with.
Wipe them out, men. These bugs will never take Char.
Wipe them out, men! There's only like 10 billion Zerglings attacking us right now.
Time for the nuclear option. Kill them all.
Madeline, Glory is my moderator, and I have given my answer, And honestly, the insistence that you have shows that you are either very determined for it, or you are very, very eager to hand me something that is going to give me a loss of personal information. So please do not ask again.
I have created something to help you destroy the Terrans. The apparition.
All right. Goodbye.
Use them, my queen. Take control of the base, and the Terrans will fear the swarm.
I cannot abide people who pull crap like that. I mean, really. At first, it felt like just somebody earnestly looking to help, but after, like, you persist too much, and sooner or later, you start to look like you are not looking to help anybody.
My queen, within these facilities, the Terrans experimented on the Zerg. This cannot be allowed.
I'll destroy them if I get the chance, Zagara. Retribution.
If you're gonna talk like that, you can leave. I'm not trying to be offensive, but you are not coming off as particularly good or friendly yourself now, and it's all because you didn't get what you wanted.
Preparations for you.
Thank you, Dissident, and thank you, Glory, for handling that.
Our conquest continues.
Some people just do not know how to take no for an answer, and I am not responsible for their inability to handle that. I was perfectly willing to give them the benefit of the doubt until they started talking like that.
We've located the Zerg hive cluster. Deploy assault teams.
Speak.
Alright, I need to get Kerrigan back to the hive. Yeah, at some point I'm going to get myself a really good logo and whatnot, but from somebody that I trust. So that's kind of how that's going to go. I understand there are a lot of people out there who are probably looking for business because they're artists and the struggling artists, blah, 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 yeah. You know, here's the thing though, if you tell somebody they're not a good streamer because they have the gall to tell you they don't want anything from you, and they already have plans for it, and then you keep asking them questions, sooner or later you start to look a little sus. I'm just going to say that now. And I don't say that to insult anybody who ends up watching this video later, but it's... There's, like, if you're here to enjoy the show, enjoy the damn show, by all means. I created this for people to be able to be entertained. I did not create this because I wanted to be a Nazi about how people, you know, can behave on my channel. But if I say no, for the love of God, please understand that I mean no. Oh, jeez. Kerrigan, no! Kerrigan, no! Okay. That was close. Drop this here. And I'm all for people trying to shill for their own businesses, I am. But there's a limit. When you get told no, please have the decency to accept no for an answer. Well, there goes my baneling nest, but luckily I didn't care about that. I do care about losing that spawning pool, though. Freaking warhounds, man. Alright, I might just take Mend over Wild Mutation. I think I'm gonna like Mend a little bit better. And in particular, that person just... At first, they were all compliments and honeyed words. The instant I told them I'm not going to give them anything, they rapidly were just like, no, you know what? You're not good at what you're doing. At that point, now I know that not only were you just trying to butter me up, you're also a really bad liar. Yeah, and I appreciate that, Glory. Thank you very kindly for that. I do this as a hobby because I would like to turn it into something, but I am also fully aware of the fact that that just might not happen, and I'm okay with that. But I'm also of the persuasion... Craft a bunch of Zerglings and an aberration. I'm also of the persuasion that there's coming to people's channels in order to try and enjoy what they're putting on, and then there's coming to people's channels because you are instead just looking to shill for your own business. If you're looking to shill for your own business and not have a good time, why are you here? Like, I'll even support you, but in trying to get yourself off the ground. Yep, he's nuking empty ground because that's where my Zerglings were, and he started targeting my military.
Damn it! You'll regret this, Kerrigan.
But I have complained about that more than enough, I think. Let's talk about what's going on in this mission, because it's starting to get a little hectic around here. And... oh, shit. I forgot that I am supply blocked. I am now no longer supply blocked. Roaches, roaches, roaches. So what this mission is it's basically one massive, long assault mission. And it is perhaps the most annoying assault mission of your life, because Warfield has layers upon layers upon layers of defenses. Like, if you've ever tried to chew some Trident gum and get some layers and layers of flavor, this man has layers and layers of violence. And he's going to throw them all your way. And he's got everything he needs to turn every one of your attacks into a nightmare hellscape. And he will. He will. But the primary problem with trying to assault Warfield's position is all of his positions are protected by a nuclear arsenal that comes on every few minutes. Every couple of minutes, he's going to drop nukes on your ass, and if you don't do something about it, he can and will annihilate you. I'm going to drop a whole bunch of drones over here. Thanks to Kerrigan being, like, ridiculously OP, yeah. I completely agree with you, Glory. I kind of have a zero tolerance policy for people who just want to, like, walk in and more or less just kind of scam people out of what little hard-earned money they make. Everybody's got to make a living, and I understand that, and I'm all for it. But there's a limit to making a living over just straight up robbing somebody. And that nuke is just going to blow up harmlessly. And now I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Hydras. And roaches. Oh, damn. Okay, well, I've got a ton of roaches. I've got a couple of hydras. And then when all this stuff is ready, I'll be able to... suddenly have, you know, I'll be farming off of 2 bases. I've got a fair number of, I'll build a couple of drones to go over there. Yeah, I haven't started putting schedules up for my streams largely because I just, I'm not gonna, I generally don't always know my work schedule too terribly well. So I will just, I'll stream when I can stream, and I'll always try to keep it consistently 2 hours a day. At least. I will stream for more if I think I can get away with it, or I have the energy, or I don't have something to demand my time. If I can't get away with it and I know it, then I'm not going to stream for any longer than I need to.
Incoming Zerg! Get the wounded to the evac ships!
No, I'm not going to attack those evac ships. Because as horrible a human being as I am, I don't believe in attacking things that can't fight back. There we go. That's the other Kerrigan level for the mission.
Science facilities. That'll put an end to Warfield's experiments.
I hope those bugs are good company, because they'll join you in hell.
You should have left Char to me, Warfield.
Oh, shit. I'd be really careful about trying to go live on TikTok, because TikTok you have to be even more careful about what you can say than you do on YouTube or Twitch. And you have to be pretty careful about what you can say on those, too.
Of your humanity for this, to kill more people?
I mean, her boyfriend moved heaven and earth to bring her back to humanity, only for, I don't know, some egomaniacal douchebag to murder him and everything he stood for. I think I can sympathize with Kerrigan in this moment. Make myself some super invincible queens. I am not actually endorsing Kerrigan's actions, by the way. She's going a little far, and I think she realizes it here in a bit. By the same token, the Dominion needs to be torn down by somebody. So, I guess I should talk about the Aberration. It's one of those campaign-only units. It's not a unit that you will get in the multiplayer. It's basically a big walking melee tank, and weirdly enough, it is a shockingly effective big walking melee tank. It's actually not a terrible unit. But it's not necessarily the best either. It can't attack aircraft, but it can crawl over your smaller units. So it can walk over Zerglings, which is very nice. Hey, Ghost Teams, Bravo and Delta, go to hell. That's why you have the Roachlings go first, by the way. In the words of Magneto, as screwed up as this is going to sound, that's why the pawns go first. Why do you keep launching nukes at my trains instead of up by your base where you're getting attacked? By the way, there goes his base. Oh my freaking god. Wow, okay, I guess Madeline was really, really irritable. Glory, you're a fucking hero. Mm-hmm.
I'll get out another way.
Oh. God, that has to hurt. Ugh. Oh, hi. This is one of the best scenes in Heart of the Swarm to me, by the way.
Kerrigan, you listen to me. I have 3 shuttles packed with men too injured to ever be a threat to you. Husbands, fathers, you let those shadows go. You hear me?
You heard it here first, folks. Glory is secretly a Tem, and he will send you to the Shadow Realm if you mess with me.
You're not even human anymore. Petty revenge? How many innocents have you killed? How many more have to die? What if Raina could see you right now?
I don't think you should have asked that. However, you'll notice here, she was going to kill all those wounded Terrans. I have the Millennium Gaming Chair. Rest in peace, Warfield. Rest in peace. He managed to get through to Kerrigan with his final words, and she let the wounded go. General! It's a miracle! The Zerg pulled back! We're gonna make it! General! General! That was about the point where that poor bastard realized his commander was dead.
Someday you might rule
The Swarm.
If you think you can take it now, make your move. The next time we fight, it is to the death. All or nothing.
I will serve you and learn from you. And perhaps someday I will lead the swarm. But not today.
And what lesson did I teach you?
Vision, my queen. You taught me vision.
The swarm is powerful. But power is not enough for its leader. I defeated Warfield not through numbers or strength. I simply possessed vision, and he did not.
I will remember it, my queen.
I really like the dynamic she has with Zagara, and that's actually going to get even better as the game goes along.
Another world for the swarm. The worlds are coming back together.
Our enemies should fear us.
Yeah, exactly. I try to be as chill as possible about everything I handle. I didn't even try to be a dick when I told them to stop. They just didn't want to hear it.
On Char. I will decide on our next destination soon.
And we got an evolution mission.
You're like you in the swarm. Where did the essence come from?
The overmind spun from many species, a brood of one.
What did you do after the overmind died?
Wandered the tunnels of Char without purpose. Pharaoh, Queen of Blades found me, made me Zerg again.
You aren't Zerg unless you're control.
Without overriding will and beast, less.
That's actually a very interesting thing about Abathur. You will notice that, unlike most creatures in the Zerg swarm, he is incredibly intelligent and actually shockingly eloquent. Particularly for a Zerg, when most of the species, like all of these other creations here, are all basically ravenous, murderous monsters and suicide bombers. He is actually quite eloquent and thoughtful. But if he doesn't have an overriding will to give him a purpose, he reverts to being little more than a ravenous, bestial monster. Why is that the case for him, though? That's actually something that I find very interesting. I just don't understand what makes him so bestial and feral when he doesn't have another will controlling himself, but he's capable of being conversational, clever, and capable when he does have one, and even able to think and act independently to an extent for himself. He doesn't feel like he's anything more than just a mindless beast if he has no control.
Mainland strain augmentation. Discovered creature with powerful essence. Good adaptation for mainland. Defeat creature. Assimilate essence.
Yeah, exactly.
New strain.
Oh my god, they even decided to give me a follow, which they probably just removed not long after giving me one. I wasn't even trying to be the jerk, but they just didn't give me much of a choice. I think that's what I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy the Devil May Cry HD collection on PlayStation 5, and then I think I'm going to stream that after I stream Unicorn Overlord. Between you and Glory, I feel like I don't have to be an a-hole. I have enforcers, fools! I have enforcers! I'm sorry. That was terrible. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do another evolution mission. And this time it's to evolve the Baneling.
Require additional essence. Prime Mitoscarab near.
Gloria's like, I could have gone off, but somebody has given me a badge of power, so instead I will be cordial and I will do my job. That's how you know he's a real gentleman. This is the Splitter Strain. The Splitter Strain is actually pretty cool because when they die, they split into a smaller Baneling that also explodes on enemies and does a little bit of extra damage. So this is what they deal when they deal 40 damage to units and 80 damage to structures. However, the spawn deals 5 damage to units and 10 damage to structures. So you're basically getting 10 extra damage, 20 if it's against structures when you use the Splitter Strain. Again, don't get used to the idea of seeing a lot of Banelings. You'll notice a lot of Baneling spawns can still deal a ton of damage, though. Like, that adds up. That adds up a lot. And it's just free extra damage. But I actually like this strain better.
Scoria. Volcanic resource world. Hostile terrain. Thousands of things subjected to lava. Over many cycles, adaptation occurs.
So this is another way he evolves his.
Emerges, canting up cliffs to avoid lava.
Another way to evolve the Zerg species. Let's just subject a whole bunch of them to lava until something happens.
Specimens scattered on surface. Survivors located here must be collected. Lava rising, remain on the high ground.
The fun part is that beyond this evolution mission, you will never encounter another level where lava periodically rises to the surface. You're all dying. That's what's happening. Damn it, I wanted to kill that Hercules. This ain't fair! Wow!
Extracting minerals.
I see them. Let's test out these new banelings.
You're damn right. You can communicate your opinion pretty well when you want to, though, Dissident. You're not the worst. I have met people that are way more like negative about how they give things off in their life. I can also always tell when you're trying. Besides that, I'm hardly the most patient human being on the planet when it comes to things that I don't like, so I can't really say I'm any better. Boink, 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 boink.
Facility destroyed. Experiment successful. Sequences ready for integration.
So, the problem with the Hunter strain in gameplay is that their jump actually bugs out a lot so that they don't get the kill as easily or as readily as they should half the time. So you actually kind of want the Splitter strain because that's just basically extra damage. Otherwise, I would take the Hunter strain. In fact, I used to take the Hunter strain all the time, but I don't use Banelings, so I don't know.
During the battle, the Terrans launched thousands of these devices at the Leviathan. They are not weapons.
It's a two-way communicator.
The Queen of Blades. I knew you to your true form. A monster. Now, you'll do exactly as I tell you if you care at all about Jim Raynor. Yes, he's alive. So you'll keep your swarm away from Paul and away from me, or he dies. That man sacrificed everything to give you back your humanity, and you threw it away. Oh, he must be disgusted by you. Why, he'd be first in line to kill you.
I hate Minsk so much. Honestly, Glory, the moment they start getting obstinate, and I mean the moment they start getting obstinate, just go ahead and start banning them. And if it continues, then repeat the process until they leave. I don't have tolerance for shit like that any more than you do, and I don't have patience for it. Everyone but Dissident, yes. But I don't tolerate people's bullshit like that. I understand that for a certain standpoint, you probably want to, sell your craft, but that person took it entirely too far. They were entirely too determined for me to just trust them and give them information that could allow them to milk out an email address and possibly other personal information, which made them look incredibly suspicious. And I'm just going to say it, Malady, if in the future you actually try coming back to this channel, either be respectful and learn to take no for an answer, or learn to be suspected. Because, frankly, that looked suspicious as hell after the first question got denied. It really did. And you went from, I'm trying to sell my craft, to, oh, well, fuck you if you don't like what I have to sell. You're a jackass and you're a POS. That just tells me that you are not somebody whose opinion I need to take seriously. And nobody like you is an opinion I need to take seriously. Because you're not here to enjoy the show. You're not here to converse and share your passion for games with the rest of everybody. And maybe take your mind off the real world for a couple hours. You're here to either try and fish for stuff so that you can make people's lives miserable, which is wrong inherently. Or you're here to sell and people aren't buying, and that's not their fault. They don't have to.
We are picking up a strange psionic signal. It is Zerg in orbit.
I would say time them out once, and if the negative behavior persists, just ban them immediately. If you permaban them, I don't care. That's not somebody's follow that I'm going to miss. In fact, I will thank you for doing that, because now I don't have to. So here's the next big thing. We can go to Skygear Station and get 2 more of our main Zerg forces. The Infester, which is a infestation specialist. It's got a lot of really fun and entertaining abilities. It's one of my favorite Zerg units, even in PvP, and co-op versus AI, just because of how hilarious it is. And there's also the hiccups. There's also the Ultralisk. And the Ultralisk is basically a giant walking tank of mass murder. Or we can go to Dominion Space and do some really cool stuff that doesn't get us any units at all. I'm actually going to go to Skygear Station, because we're also going to get to meet an interesting character that I want to talk about, because I like this guy. He's my favorite character from the Terran campaign in StarCraft Brood War. Skygear Station is also optional. Dominion Space is mandatory. Yeah, no, they really deserve that permaban, straight up. They tried to tell the moderator to eat shit. I ain't tolerating that. You don't talk to my friends that way. If you're going to behave like that, go to hell. That's what I have to say. You deserve to get banned at that point. Mengsk is not actually doing this. Yeah, exactly. They straight up deserved it. No. I'm not even joking. I love the way that Steve Bloom grinds out his lines as Dahaka. He sounds like an alien. He has a very specific way of talking when he plays Dahaka, and it is frickin' perfect.
The infested Terran. I have never seen his like. He is powerful, but closed off. Where is he from?
Exactly, Dissident. We're here to relax and enjoy a good game and enjoy some good conversation.
As it should be.
Don't disrupt the joy.
I heard reports that he'd been resurrected. If Contact the brood mothers. Tell them to bring your intelligence to this system.
Should they unleash their broods upon the station?
No. Zagara and I will lead our broods in the assault.
So the other broods will simply hang in orbit.
Nearby. After we destroy this station, we're going after Jen.
That's right.
This is the source of Mengsk's hybrid. Just getting inside is going to be an achievement.
I love that line and the way she says that. Just getting inside is going to be an achievement. Because actually getting inside that station gets you an achievement.
The powerful essence of the primal pack
Oh my god, she's saying it again.
new column and many abilities.
Okay. I don't know what causes that bug.
We must dislodge this Dominion force before we can assault the Labitzer.
Alright, this is actually not a particularly difficult mission, but this is a very time-consuming mission. And it's very time-consuming for several reasons. Kind of the most important reason is that there is a lot to do here. There's a lot that needs done. This mission is built to be a very long, protracted siege. Yes, it is. This is fucked up.
We're going to implant biophages into Terrans. Once they've infested the Terrans inside, I'll use them to secure the landing bay. We'll clear it before the Dominion can even react.
So here we get to enjoy the infester.
Move to that garrison, quickly.
Fungal growth is their first ability. It's a very nasty ability. It immobilizes targets and deals 60 damage over 4 seconds. So every time we hit one of those beacons, the infester is going to infest and drop a virophage here on this garrison. It's going to spawn a whole host of infested Terrans that are going to attack the enemy for us.
I want control of that Banshee.
Parasitic domination will allow us to seize control of enemy units.
Use parasitic domination on the Dominion's heavy ordnance. Turn their weapons against us.
Kill every last one of these Dominion bastards.
I'm just turning the Dominion's weapons against them. So parasitic domination, it's basically free mind control. TV does that too. Well, that's not totally wrong, I suppose. Oh, I need to infest a couple of garrisons. I forgot. I got so caught up in murdering enemy troops, I forgot. Let's infest more Terrans. That would speed up the process, right? Yeah. Yeah, it would. If I thought to do it.
The Zerg are infesting the facility. Release the gas.
My
infesting them. They're only killing themselves.
Welcome to the stream.
Efficient delivery mechanism.
Damn right it is.
Gas unstable. Once storing and reserves run out, will require time to synthesize more.
So there's the rub.
Until then, we'll hold here and defend the viral phages.
So the way this mission goes is it's going to be periods of offense and defense, respectively, trying to basically protect the virophages so that you don't lose your ability to basically have infinite troops. But you also have to be careful because the enemies will spread gas every few minutes, and that gas will kill all of your Zerg troops if you're not careful. Because it slaughters infested. It does not actually work on regular Zerg, though, so if you build up a decent modicum of your own troops, you won't have that much to worry about.
Kill the infested. It's the only mercy we can afford.
Oh.
The Dominion is after our viral phage. Stop them.
So every so often when they do that, they'll launch attack waves and they'll also summon what you're seeing now. They spawn medevacs that are chock full of fire bats, and they try to blow you up. They try to blow up a virophage. If they actually blow up the virophage, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. You could just end up getting another you could just make another virophage in the same area. It doesn't matter. It's really not that big a deal. Get a Hydralisk down. Drop a couple of spires. Oh,
The Dominion's gas supply has run out. They will need time to recharge.
and now we're going to let the infested run rampant over the enemy. We're also going to come up here and there we go. Okay. So we just use the infestors to mind control Terran units. Those mind controlled units fight for us indefinitely, and we use the infestors to spawn more infested garrisons.
Successful. This garrison
And then you can use consumption from your infestors to devour the free infested Terrans and get more energy.
Men, we are the sword of the Dominion.
You're about to be the sword of dead men.
Facilities to conduct research on live Zerg. If you place a Creed tuner here, you can infest them and steal biomass cells within.
I don't know why I did that. I didn't really have a reason. There we go. There we go.
Big school suckers. We are without limit. What is it this time?
Grab the Vespine. Spread the tumors.
The Dominion has begun venting gas. The infested will die.
Expect an attack. Guard our pyrophages.
Hello, Pebbles. I see you, Hairball. I know, you're talking. You're telling me all about it.
Let's make it like it never even happened.
All is mine.
Here we go.
Excellent. Your creep is infesting the first facility now.
Okay. God. Sorry, my girlfriend's putting up with a lazy jerk at their work site. Oh, hi. Well, I think I'm gonna lose that hive. That's kind of annoying. Surprise, MF. I don't know how you expected that to end.
Out of gas.
Gotta get that creep spread.
We require more Vespine gas.
I sense more garrisons across the platform.
There are. Get that creep spread.
There, we've infested this garrison.
We've been assaulting the base!
The Dominion is losing control of the platform.
Take care, Dissident.
Keep going. The entrance is within our grasp.
One conquers all. Make your peace.
Oh no. No! My infestors, no! Don't kill my infestors!
Station spreads to another garrison.
The Dominion is once again venting gas onto the platform.
Let's make it like it never even happened.
That's never gonna happen.
There, we've infested this garrison.
Get that bridge extended and wipe out that hot. I want these Zerg off my platform.
Okay. Enjoy those.
Let's burn this place before they come creeping again.
Our conquest continues.
And there's the last science facility.
There. All three facilities are infested. The biomass within is yours.
Make your peace. This world is mine. Speak. Make your peace. It is time. I am sworn. Yes.
The Dominion stopped venting gas. It will take them some time to synthesize more.
I am sworn.
I really can't wait to show off what I can do in Legacy of the Void. I hope that doesn't sound too selfish. Excuse me while I steal your Thor. Damn it, I wanted that battle cruiser.
Don't let the Zerg get inside. Kill them all.
how do you plan on doing that? Thank you for the Thor. You'll notice I've got a pretty small strike force. This isn't a ton of Zerg under my direct purview. Oh, I have Impaler.
Swarm is ready to enter the laboratory.
He planned to scream at his Marines. A small little fool. Like, I didn't have that many Zerg myself. It was just like the infested Terrans at that point that made up the bulk of my troops. I didn't need a big army.
I have been contacted by another brood mother. Ryloth has been keeping her large brood out of conflict. She is impressed with you and wishes to bring her brood back into the swarm.
Good.
Take your brood to Juntor 2. This is where they make and manufacture their newest ships. Destroy that world for the swarm.
It shall be done, my queen.
You have unselected abilities, my queen. You can review them within your chamber.
This place is very far out of the way, but it's guarded as if it were Korhal itself.
The Terrans must greatly prize that which lies within.
But technology at this scale, this is beyond Rinsk's engineers.
Perhaps they have help from something greater than themselves.
If there are any answers, they are inside.
Yep.
This place of metal and stone. Why?
You're not impressed? The Primal Zerg couldn't build something like this.
I need a wall. I will evolve armor. I do not need a weapon. I will evolve claws.
The toolmakers might create something stronger than your armor and claws.
Their tools stay the same. I collect. I change.
Awfully arrogant of you to assume that.
Skybase Station. It'll be secret weapons lab. This is the heart that makes hibernate.
A bit one note, aren't you, Stukov?
Zerg and Protoss DNA combined. Something that should not be possible.
And these creatures will follow Rinsk's orders.
He believes they will. I am not so sure.
Your power level has increased. A new tier of abilities has awakened.
Alright, so we've got 3 different setups here. We've got infest broodlings. Enemies damaged by Kerrigan become infested and spawn 2 broodlings with a timed life if killed quickly. This basically makes her a hero version of the Corpser Roach in that aspect. Next is Fury, temporarily increasing her attack speed by 15%. It'll stack up to 75%, or it can. And then ability efficiency. Her abilities have their cooldown and energy cost reduced by 20%. This doesn't sound like much, but it's actually huge. So I'm going to change out my loadout here. I'm going to take Mend, Crushing Grip, and I'm going to keep Kinetic Blast, and we're going to just crush our enemies here. We got 20 more health and another point of damage, so we're going to be doing pretty good on levels and abilities. I haven't missed anything yet.
Guns of your sword hold the entrance of the lab.
Free Broodling can do a lot. That is true, Marat. So far, it's going pretty well, Glory.
I must warn you about the being that runs this lab. Dr. Maru,
We're kicking ass.
ancient shapeshifter who has worn many faces over the years. He made me what I am.
So he's not a Terran. Protoss? He can't be Zerg or I would know.
None of those. He is the servant of an ancient Zermaga known as Ilman.
I learned of Amon on Zerus. He's dead.
Well, his creation lives on. Now it is the most dangerous being you've ever met. You will face him there.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
We're inside.
That didn't take long.
This lab houses the culmination of Marut's research. They are the ultimate weapon of the final war.
Hybrid are waking up.
What's happening to you?
It's attacking me psionically, draining me.
Stay strong. You must kill the hybrid or we are all doomed.
Yeah. So that's kind of the gimmick of this level. Kill all the hybrid before Kerrigan gets psionically drained and dies. Every time one of them pops out of their container, you get a 5-minute life timer, and you have to take the creature down.
Retribution. You're dead.
In case you haven't noticed, because of my ability setup, I am functionally immortal. He can't beat me by himself at his current power level.
The hybrid is dead, but it will not be the last.
You are not welcome here, Kerrigan.
No room.
My queen, hybrid psionic signatures are appearing across the laboratory.
Ask me if I care. Answer's no. We're going to take them out. So the way this mission also works is there is a ton of Terran forces that are scattered in various bases around here, and every one of them can be a major threat. If you do not approach this mission very carefully, you will very quickly watch virtually everything you do evaporate in agony and pain. And I say that because it's very easy to lose a lot on this mission, and more so than you might first realize.
We require more minerals. We require more. We require more recipe.
Really?
A
Damn.
force is moving on their hive cluster.
So what? Oh no! Oh no! I'm getting attacked by Terrans! Oh no! I'm fine, guys. Don't worry.
The swarm.
Kerrigan is so broken by this point, it's kind of stupid. I'm not even gonna pretend to lie. Like, Kerrigan is so busted right now, it's a little stupid.
Your queen listens.
You thought that poor sod was gonna die quick because of this? You were right.
One less hybrid. The swarm now controls this section of the lab.
Why do you feel the need to tell me this? Alright, I need to get some more corpse or roaches. Okay.
Our conquest begins. What is it that speaks? Retribution.
Okay.
Conquers all. We are without. It is time. What is it this time?
There we go.
We adapt. Retribution. What is it this time? Yes. No time.
If it's not obvious, because of Kerrigan's ridiculous power level, I really don't need that much in order to be a massive threat.
The Dominion captured a Brutalist. If we get close enough, I can control it.
We require more minerals.
It is time.
Welcome to the stream. Okay. Freaking siege tanks.
Another hybrid has been released. They must be destroyed.
We require more Vespine gas.
It is time. No time like the present. Your queen listens. Boldly. Makes will suffer. This world is mine.
Okay. So I mentioned how I really wanted to talk about Alexei Stukov because he's actually my favorite character from the Terran campaign of StarCraft Brood War. That's because Stukov is actually a somewhat interesting character. He comes from the UED when the UED, the United Earth Directorate, tried to seize control of the Koprulu Sector and basically make it toe a line. Because the Koprulu Sector had gone ridiculously off, off the rails, and they wanted to make sure that they could maintain it. So finally, after watching the Zerg spread, the Protoss assaults get out of control, all kinds of, really, really interesting and bad stuff, the United Earth Directorate sent out an expeditionary force. And that expeditionary force carried Alexei Stukov, who was a very powerful Terran ghost and admiral, or vice admiral, of the UED fleet. And Stukov is kind of different in this game because he was captured, then infested, then experimented on, all by Narud. Then he became infested again later after Raynor managed to cure him, which to me was actually kind of funny. I was very shocked that he would ever want to go back to that, but apparently he liked being infested for some reason. I don't know, maybe he was enjoying the power trip that it gave. Being infested is kind of a hell of a drug. Just ask Kerrigan.
We require more minerals.
And I need to unsupply block myself.
We adapt.
Giving me Brutalisks is basically just giving me a license to kill.
Our Highgate has begun attacking you psionically.
This is why the Corpser Roach is OP as fuck, by the way. You really don't need a whole lot of Corpser Roaches to do a good job. You just need a decent number, and you have all the soldiers you will ever want. The Roachlings are ripping him a new one. Oh, by the way, when they get strong enough, they can Psionic Storm.
The swarm has served its purpose. This is a broken tool, fit only for the scrap heap.
You mean like your face?
More of the lab has come under our control.
Additional hybrid signatures detected.
Yes, we know, Isha. In retrospect, I find her way more boring and irritating to listen to than I remember.
Finish the hybrid.
I'm sorry, I don't like Isha very much. Drop a few base defenses, now that I have 2 bases. Get some Zerglings. These Brutalisks, by the way, are damn near invincible, so feel free to go ham with them. Like, when StarCraft gives you a unit that the enemy has been tormenting you with, it makes sure that that unit is just as fun for you as it is unfun for you to have to fight.
Warning. Another hybrid is attacking you.
Clear.
The swarm conquers all. Our conquest continues.
Okay. Doing pretty good so far. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. I'm not supply blocked anymore.
No time. What is it this time?
Well, Glory, it sounds like you get to utter the Loki line. I have an army. But here's the thing, though. The Witness. Does he have a Hulk?
What is it this time? Our conquest continues.
Our hybrid is attacking you psionically.
Can you feel it coursing through your mind? You surprise
No, really, I am.
Detecting two hybrid signatures. They are in close proximity.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose that. There we go. Let's get some more roaches.
Naru has awakened two hybrid at once.
This is it, Kerrigan. Kill them. The lab is ours.
No time like the present.
He has a punchable face.
There are no more
That's pretty good.
signatures on this level.
Have the swarm flood into the lower levels. Kill everyone not aware. Naru is up to something, and I intend to find out what.
Alright, so that was every bonus objective and the actual mission completed.
I touched Naru's mind in there. I sensed his devotion to this Amon. Naru's been trying to resurrect his master for millennia.
It makes sense. The endless conflict between Protoss and Zerg, the hybrid, all part of a plan to bring Amon back.
Unless we stop him.
I wonder how Naru could hope to resurrect a being as powerful as they are.
I think the hybrid are cheap. They gather psionic energy. Wherever they get enough to resurrect a dead god.
You told me an ancient Zagara artifact was used to make you human. But all the power you really has the green blades. Where did it go after the transformation?
You mean there might have been hybrid nearby who gathered it and used it to... Oh, no.
Naru used the Zagara artifact in that way. He may already have enough energy to resurrect them.
This thing in the lab, this Naru, it shielded itself from me, but I can still see it.
Tell me of it.
It's like nothing I faced before.
But you destroyed the Ancient One. You captured the power of all Zerus.
This is something born of the void, cold and empty, but so powerful it hurts.
The hybrid, their essence is strong, but I cannot collect it.
Naru created them. Do you think he will bring you more essence if you follow him?
That one serves a master who will devour all essence.
You're talking about Amon. I think he's dead, and I'm going to make sure he stays dead.
That one gives all essence protected. Change will stop. I will fight.
I like the Haka.
We are sensing strange entities in the lab.
You mean besides the hybrid?
Protoss, my queen, in great numbers.
Yes, I sense them now. Taller me. They serve Amon willingly. They worship him.
They worship a dead god.
That makes them even more dangerous.
Okay. I apologize to everybody, but it looks like I'm going to have to end the stream here. I am starting to fall asleep in my chair. I will talk to everyone later. I hope you all have had a very good time with today's stream. I'll see you all next time. I've been Savage Hound Dusk. Thanks for watching.